Thank you, Dr. Sushma, and wishing everyone, all the beautiful women, girls, women, a very happy Women's Day. Um, awesome. Many congratulations to Rimi and Vaishnavi. What a beautiful smile you have. It is just, I mean, you just light it, you lit up the screen. So, so happy with your transformation. And because of you, so many people would have got inspired and, decided that, okay, today is the day, I will do something for my health. And, what a beautiful gift you gave to your father. And it was just so heartwarming to know you and your story. Okay, so today I'm going to cover. So I'm Swati. I've been in Bangalore for some time now. I'm a wellness coach, a holistic wellness designer now, and like Sushma ji said, I'm a mother of two. I stay in joint family, and I'm very passionate about wellness. I'm also a trained yoga instructor. So today I'm going to cover a little bit about hormone disruptors, because that is something that we are exposed to day in and day out. There are many things that we do for our health and our wellness, and we are trying to take control of our health. But there are times when we are doing everything right, kuch miss ho jata hai. You don't know why you get stuck, or why you get a blood test done and you see that there are certain readings in your blood test that are not adding up. It might be because of certain toxins you are being exposed to. So these are hormone disruptors. I want to bring to your notice a few things about hormone disruptors and how they work and what we can do to identify them and remove them from our life, or at least reduce their impact. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. Is my screen visible? No. Okay, it's not. Okay, let me do one more thing. Meanwhile, can you message on the chat what is one one hormonal disruptor you might be having around you, so that we understand what. Okay, so the screen is up. So here we have our hormone disruptors. Okay, so first we need to understand what are hormones, right? We need to understand what they do and how they actually impact us. So see, hormones are like chemicals that are messengers, and they coordinate different functions in our body by carrying messages across our body. So they send messages to organs, skin, muscles, other tissues, and they are very powerful, right? And they tell our body what to do and when to do it. So scientists have actually discovered over 50 hormones in human body, and hormones, they are created and released by our endocrine system. So hormones, they kind of control many different body parts, bodily processes, right? So like metabolism, homeostasis, growth and development, sexual function, reproduction, sleep and wake cycle, and our mood also. So some of the important hormones, like we have insulin, which is like the food delivery guy, cortisol, which is the alarm clock, estrogen and testosterone, which are growth directors, melatonin, which is like a sleep fairy, thyroid hormones, which is like body speed controller, and dopamine, serotonin, ghrelin, leptin, oxytocin. And these hormones, they work together. They work in harmony to keep our body happy, energized, and balanced. So basically, in short, hormones control everything. They control energy, sleep, mood, weight, and stress. Okay. Coming back to, so this is our endocrine system. Okay, so these are where our hormones are released. They detect something less or more in our blood, and that is when they start releasing the hormones. So they are like thermostat. So let me tell you how hormone works. For that, I would, if you can see my screen, like if you see a lock and key in my hand, can you see a lock and key? Okay. So let me take you through this. So consider this cell, the lock, as your the lock is your cell, okay, and it has a receptor here. So, and this key is your hormone, okay. So if uh, it is the right key, then only it will fit in the receptor and open the lock. And that is where, so basically a hormone only works if it fits in the right part of your cell, just like, you know, the key is fitting in the lock. So if the hormone matches the lock on the cell, the door opens and the cell gets the message to take the action. But if for whatever reason it is like a different key, or you know, or maybe an endocrine disruptor or hormone disruptor, it will not fit in and open the lock. Similarly, if you have the opening, as you know, if I put a tape here, the key will not go in, so that will block the cell, the receptor on the cell, right? So that's how our endocrine disruptors or hormone disruptors, they affect the hormone activity in the blood. So endocrine disruptors, they mimic the actual hormones. They might block the receptor sites, or they might be like a fake key trying to, you know, get into the receptor. And this is what will create a major problem in your body. So they can, right? So this is what I wanted to share with this. So for example, I'll take an example, okay? Okay, so another thing is, you don't shoot the, you know, hormone, you don't shoot the messengers. You don't shoot down the hormones, correct? So hormone disruptors, these are synthetic or natural chemicals that interfere with body's endocrine system. Now hormones, um, for example, if you have like a BPA, there's a plastic chemical, they behave like estrogen. So estrogen will fit into the lock and the hormone will work properly. With BPA, which is the fake key, which mimics estrogen, body will get confused. They will get signals like, you know, what is happening in the body. So you might get weight gain, mood swings, or fertility issues, correct? So let me, you know, do a quick quiz here. Which of these everyday items can contain hormone disruptors? A, plastic water bottle. B, scented candle. C, non-stick cookware. D, all of the above. Okay. Okay. So coming to, so what are these in real life? So let's see here. What are these? Correct. So um, we have these as following. The environment, the hormone disruptors, they kind of get in through air, water, and soil into the vegetables we are eating, the seafood that we are eating, or the livestock. So they're, you know, they are available, they are across everything. Pesticide, I mean, we cannot get saved from them. We are exposed to them day in and day out, right? And they interfere with every part of our body. And few of the areas that really get impacted are reproductive system and our thyroid gland. So if you see here, the makeup we are using, the food containers we are using, the plastic water bottles, the scented candles, the receipts, cleaning products, the cans, even the chewing gums, air freshener, your chopping board, your the home care product, the cleaning products that we are using, toiletries we are using, all of them have certain chemicals in it. If you're not using products from a reliable company or from organic brand, right? pesticides, even the tea bags that we are using, they will have the hormone disruptor. The paper cups, the lining of inside of the paper cups, when it comes with the hot, contact with the hot liquid, they kind of release a microplastic, which is a form of BPA also, and it actually contaminates the liquid that we are drinking. It is very scary of what we are exposed to. Sanitary pads. Sanitary pads have dioxin in it, which is again the bleaching agent, and that is also harmful for us. So it's good to switch to a menstrual cup. Then we have the cookwares. If you're using Teflon, non-stick pans or aluminum pans, when the food is exposed to high heat with these materials, it will leach into the food and it will actually impact our gut health, right? So like that, there are many. There are like almost 15-20 of these. Like you have BPA, which is you know bisphenol A, and then you have bisphenol S, bisphenol F, and they mimic estrogen and they disrupt metabolism and weight regulation, affecting fertility and brain function. Then we have phthalates. Phthalates are they are there in air fresheners, scented candles, plastic food wraps, packaging, and they lower testosterone. It affects the reproductive health and they link to asthma and allergies. Then we have nanoparticles. They can penetrate the skin and disrupt cell functions, which are and also linked to hormonal imbalance, right? They are they're in foundation and BB cream, sunscreen, parabens. Parabens again, they mimic estrogen. They are linked to breast cancer risk. They affect the reproductive hormones, and they are there in shampoos and lotions, makeups and lipstick, sunscreen, processed food. Then we have PFAs, which are called forever chemicals. They affect thyroid function. They are linked to hormonal imbalances, and they stay in the body for years. They don't get eliminated, quickly. And they are there in non-stick cookware, fast food wrappers. They are there in waterproof clothing, furniture, sprays, right? Then we have dioxins. They are also, they disrupt immune and reproductive system, and they link to hormone-related cancers, right? So this is kind of a summary of few of these, chemicals that we might be exposed to, right? A few others, we have added colors and hormones. Now, added hormones, they kind of interfere with our human hormone balance, and they are linked to early puberty and hormonal issues, like all the meats and dairy and eggs, and everything will be contaminated with that. Then we have triclosan. They disrupt thyroid hormones, affecting gut bacteria and immunity, and they are again they're there in toothpaste, cleaning products, non-organic fruits and vegetables. Then we have heavy metal, lead, mercury, cadmium, seafood, has that. Then flame retardants, they will have certain, they disrupt thyroid hormones, and they are linked to development issues in kids, and they also stay in body for years. Chlorine and fluoride, artificial food additives, colors, styrene, PERC, BHT, the list goes on, and they are affecting our body. Now we cannot escape from it. We are exposed to it, right? So what affects first is the gut health, because that is the first thing that you will experience. You may feel acidity, bloating, you may feel little discomfort, you may lose appetite, maybe your the liver is not working too well. Then your reproductive health and hormonal imbalance happens. So PCOD, thyroid, it leads to obesity. So it's a vicious cycle. We have inflammation, we have respiratory health. So everything comes when we get exposed to these chemicals. But they are there. अब है तो है, अब क्या कर सकते हैं? What do we do? What should we do? Correct? So there are many things that we can do. We can take this situation into our own hands, right? So what we can do is we can reduce the daily exposure. Okay, we can switch to glass, stainless steel, ceramic food, And you can get in touch with a coach who has invited you, and they will guide you what cookware you can use, what oil you can use, what material of packaging you can use. We should say no to canned and packaged foods. जितना fresh खा सकते हो, whole food खा सकते हो, बहुत अच्छा है. And we have a very nice partnership here, which again you can talk to your coach about. And then we can use natural personal care products. We should avoid synthetic fragrance and harsh chemicals. We should use organic produce when possible and reduce pesticide intake. If you have an option of growing your own fruits and vegetables, it's the best thing. But if we don't, then you have other things like a fruit and veggie wash, which is organic in nature, and you should always, or we can use the vinegar and baking soda that can help you clean, remove the pesticide residue from your fruits and vegetables. We should filter the water to remove hormone disrupting contaminants like microplastics and fluoride. Then we should support natural detoxification, right? So our liver plays a big role in this. See, liver is the only organ which, जब तक अति नहीं हो जाता है, तब तक वो it doesn't give symptoms, and we don't want that stage to come. We don't want a liver to give up on us. So we need to eat good amount of salads, and that's what Vaishnavi also told, that she's got into a habit of eating salads with every meal, and that is what a habit building program does, right? So we need to eat cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, kale, and they kind of help clear out the hormone disruptors. We need to drink plenty of water to flush out toxins. Add fiber-rich foods to our diet, include seeds and nuts, whole grains, and sweat it out with exercise. Basically, we need to follow the WQ lifestyle, which kind of covers the 6 pillars of wellness. Then we need to prioritize, good sleep, manage stress, and we need to eat good healthy fats, and we need to use adaptogens like ashwagandha, tulsi, maca to support the hormonal balance, right? Another thing that we really need to work on is eat the appropriate amount of antioxidants from the food. Now, vitamin C, if you see, it's a vitamin which is heat sensitive. अगर आपने उसको बॉइलिंग हॉट वाटर में डाल दिया, लाइक हम नींबू पानी पीते हैं ना, अगर उसको खौला दिया या बॉइलिंग पानी में डाल दिया, तो विटामिन सी तो चला गया. Vitamin C is also water soluble. So after some time, it kind of flushes out of your system. We need to have enough amount of vitamin C and E to ensure that it protects our cells from toxin damage. Vitamin C is water soluble, vitamin E is fat soluble. So both of them work in tandem to remove the toxins from our cells. So we need to eat the appropriate amount, and we need to have, anti-inflammatory, things like turmeric, ginger, which kind of support these pathways to clear out. And we should also take magnesium and zinc, which will help for hormone regulation and detoxification. Again, we need to be mindful of heat and storage. We have taken a lot of food. We order food, and the food comes in those plastic containers. Do you think they use the best plastic containers? I don't think so. These plastic containers, when you put hot food inside, they actually leach in a lot of toxins, and all these chemicals, they get into the food, and I actually get scared in eating that chili paneer, or whatever is being ordered. So we need to reduce that exposure to those plastic containers. We should stop microwaving food in plastics. We should not reuse the plastic water bottles. Basically do healthy swaps. So remove as much of plastic that we can have around us. So also avoid hot food in aluminum foil. हम लोग बच्चों का पराठा या पूड़ी, we pack it in aluminum foils so that it stays hot. It's not a good idea, because when that food gets exposed to that hot aluminum foil, again it releases toxins inside. Imagine us, हम तो फिर भी adults हैं, वो फिर भी बच्चे हैं, है ना? So if kids are eating all this, the package, the chips, what we put in, the packet that chips are being put in, that also has chemicals that kind of gets into the food. cans, Coca-Cola cans, the tin linings. Oh my God, the list is endless. So we need to ensure that our organs stay healthy and we follow certain things that our coach is telling us to work on detoxing our body every day. Our organs are very powerful. You do 80%, you do 20% for them, they will do remaining 80%. But वो 20% भी करना पड़ेगा. It's not, we cannot give up on our organs, and especially liver. So small steps will create big impacts. You don't need to be 100% toxin free. Just, reducing exposure and supporting your body's natural detox can make a huge difference. So be mindful of what you are, you're getting exposed to. Do healthy swaps. You can talk to your coach who's invited you how you can do it, and do a pantry cleaning exercise, and that will really help you out. So that's all I have to share. Thank you so much. Back to the host.